The UK says it will cooperate fully with the authorities in Kenya in relation to the death of a woman nearly a decade ago. Agnes Wanjiru was found dead in central Kenya in 2012 after she had reportedly been at a hotel near a British Army base. An inquest in Kenya concluded that she'd been murdered by British soldiers, as our correspondent Ferdinand Omondi reports now.
The pain of delayed justice and the revival of an episode Rose would rather forget. 9 years after her 21-year-old sister Agnes was killed, Rose is still haunted by the mystery of her death and the fact that no one has been held accountable. The killer, who she believes to be a British Army soldier, is still a free man.
I'd like to ask if it was my late sister who had killed that white person. By now, I wouldn't even know where she's jailed. But whoever killed her went free and is living his life. I am raising her child alone.
Agnes went missing from this hotel in Nanyuki in March 2012 after spending the evening with British soldiers. It took 3 months to find her body. After stalled investigations, 7 years after Agnes was killed, the magistrate in the Kenyan inquest into her death concluded that it was her opinion that Agnes was murdered by British soldiers. This is the spot where Agnes Wanjiru was buried, in a public cemetery here in Nanyuki about 9 years ago. The overgrown sisal leaves perhaps representing how long the family has and continues to wait for justice. Now, the Sunday Times newspaper reports that another soldier who says he was present at the hotel that evening claims the soldier who killed her confessed, but he says the army failed to investigate.
In light of
Today, the British Defence Secretary Ben Wallace told a select committee that the investigation into Agnes's death was being led by Kenyan police and insisted the Ministry of Defence would fully cooperate if asked.
To date, we have not had a formal MLA, a mutual legal assistance request from the Kenyan authorities in that, but we did support them at the time, and there is no obstruction from the MOD or the Army on this side of the House.
The British Army retains a permanent training base in Nanyuki. For decades, locals have complained about the behavior of British soldiers. But the training unit says they are committed to upholding the highest standards and that it continues to play a positive role in the community. Agnes Wanjiru's family had started believing her death would go unpunished. They want the reopened wounds to heal, this time for good. Ferdinand Omondi, BBC News, Nanyuki.